What is good, everybody? We are live for the AFC North matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns, man. First place Pittsburgh Steelers, by the way. 3-1 coming off of their bye. The Browns haven't won a regular season game. Okay, let's just forget about that wild card game that happened in 2021 or 2020. Or I'm sorry, 2020 or 2021. Let's just forget about that wild card game between the Browns and the Steelers. The Browns haven't won a regular season game at Heinz Field since 2003. I wasn't even born yet since that happened, man. So it's been a long time since the Browns have won a game out there at Heinz as far as regular season. Okay. But this is their first divisional game, the Steelers' first divisional game of the season. So let's see how this goes, man. I'm pumped. I would like to think I think it's gonna be a close game. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I think it's gonna be more of a closer game. You know, the Steelers probably should blow them out, but with the Browns' defense, they look pretty good. So I'm not really sure where this game sits. What's good, Andrew? Hey, good luck to the Cowboys. I think they play with the Panthers. You know, I mean, Cowboys a little up and down, so hopefully they're able to beat the Panthers, man. Okay, here we go. We're about to start right now. All right. Oh, man, the Steelers could really use this game. If they could win their next two games, that sets them up really, really well with these with the AFC North standings. I just don't know, man. I'm not completely convinced that the Ravens are going to be bad this season. Okay, even if they go 1-5, for some reason I still think they have a chance on turning the season around. And you know, the Steelers sometimes they kind of, they do good in the first portion of the schedule, and then they kind of fall apart towards the end. That happens sometimes, not all the time, but that's kind of a recurring thing for the Steelers. So hopefully that doesn't happen this season, man. Because I mean, the schedule does get a little bit, tougher towards the back end of the schedule, but who knows, man? Who knows? I mean, I know they play the likes of the Bills and I think they play the Ravens, Bills, and Lions. That's probably not in the right order, but they play them like back-to-back weeks or something like that. I hope the Ravens not this season, man. I hope, they have a bit of a down season just because I'm a Steeler fan, all right? But the way things have lined up this season in the North is kind of crazy, man. I was not expecting that. So hopefully the Steelers could capitalize on that. That's really where we're at. By the way, the MLB playoffs have been really good so far, right? You had that 15 inning game between the Tigers and the Mariners for game 5 that ended in a walk-off. I know we don't talk baseball on this channel, but I mean, come on, how can you not bring that up? That was a crazy game, man. Yeah, I don't know who's gonna make it out of the AL because the Blue Jays looked really good against the Yankees. A Yankees team that obviously went to the World Series last year, but yeah, I don't know who makes it out of the AL. NL, I'm not too sure either, man. I would like to think it would be the Dodgers, but Brewers are good, man. I think, were they not the best team in baseball? I think they were the best team in baseball. But again, that doesn't really matter, okay? Because a lot of the times the best team doesn't go to the World Series for baseball. I don't know. It's just how it works. Oh, they're showing the city right now. 64 degrees. That's good weather out there. Damn. Oh, they're saying it might rain. Yeah, a bit of a cloudy day over there. 64 degrees, though, but can't really complain there. All right, Steelers going to get the ball first. Can the game well? Awaiting the return. Browns wearing their orange pants. All right, kickoff is away, and this game has just started. Gainwell gets the return. Oh, that's Williams, and he's able to get past the 25 down about the 28-yard line on the first play of the game. I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but the logo at midfield looks a little different. Huh. All right, let's see what you got, Rodgers. Yeah, so do I. I don't really like my team getting the ball first. Although, on the road is kind of different because you kind of want to set the tone. So I don't hate it too much when they're on the road. But you got to score, obviously. All right, Aaron Rodgers 3-0, undefeated against the Cleveland Browns in his career. He's in shotgun. Jaylen Warren back this week, which is a big deal for the Steelers. Play action, throws it wide open. Darnell watched it past the 50, past the 40. Oh, he fumbled the ball, but it goes out of bounds. Steelers are able to get a big play, but wow, that could have gone wrong. Darnell Washington was wide open. There was nobody on him. That was just broken coverage. All right, already moving the ball, but you got to hang on to the ball. What did I just say? If you get the ball first, you can set the tone. That's exactly what I said. I'm pretty sure he already has more yards than he did last week. How about that game? The Denver Broncos versus the Jersey Jets, 13-11. I didn't watch the game, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. It didn't seem like it was very eventful. Metcalf moves to the backfield with Jaylen Warren here on first down from the 36. Handoff play. Warren cuts back to the inside, and he's able to get about 4. Now, the running game 2 weeks ago did very well, even without Jaylen Warren. Kenneth Gainwell had 99 yards on the ground, and that's very good for a Steelers offensive line that kind of struggled the first 3 weeks of the season. So, hopefully they can get things together, man. Last week was a step in the right direction for the O-line. Gosh, it seemed like it was a boring game. Almost the very end of it, and I'm like, damn, 13-11. Delay handoff to Warren. He's able to get past the 30, but not much else after that. He's going to bring about 3rd and short. I mean, both defenses are pretty good, so you can kind of expect that, I don't know. Those London games sometimes are kind of weird. Any game overseas is a little weird. That's why it seems like there's a lot of upsets that happen. I kind of thought that was going to happen because the Jets were kind of pushing down the field on that last drive, but couldn't get anything going. 3rd and 4 from the 30. You have one-on-one on both sides. Looks like he's going to get safety help at the top of the screen, though. Rodgers drops back. They bring some pressure. Pump fakes. Throws it complete to Jonnu Smith for the first down. Looks like he just got it. All right. He was able to hang on to the ball. He got hit as soon as he caught the ball. Yeah, he got hit stick as soon as he caught that ball. All right, we're moving the ball. I believe they're in the red zone now. Shoot, I didn't really see that. I was able to catch up, and looks like a timeout is called. Steelers waste a timeout with 11:52 left in the first quarter. Wow. Seems like there was miscommunication or something. Yeah. Well, that's not good. Well, at least they're doing that in the first half, not the second half. Well, I guess we still have a whole another half to say that, but that's the first thing that went wrong on this drive. The fact that the miscommunication. I don't know exactly what was happening there. I don't know. Rodgers was complaining about something. All right, let's try this again. Rodgers drops back, looks, throws incomplete. Was looking for DK Metcalf there, but that was overthrown. I don't know. It kind of just looked like he threw it away, unless he was just that off. But it looked more like a throwaway. Yeah, there was something off on that play. I don't know. I don't know if he didn't like the play call or what, but I mean, they're still huddling, I think. All right, Kenneth Gainwell in the backfield with Aaron Rodgers. Skoranek moves to the right side. Skoranek in motion again. Handoff play. Kenneth Gainwell tries to break something, just could not get anything going. There was two Cleveland Brown defenders right there. And, I mean, he's lucky if he lost just a yard. Wow, they're 3-1 with the -2 point differential. They're being outscored by their opponents, but they're 3-1. Oh, that's such a Steeler stat. That is such a Steeler stat right there. Being outscored by opposing teams, but you still have a winning record. That's something else. Well, I guess that makes sense because all the games they won have been close, and the game that they lost against Seattle wasn't all that close. They get it off just in time on 3rd and 11. He's going to throw it incomplete. He was looking for Jonnu Smith. He wasn't really even open anyways. So after a good drive, they're going to have to settle for 3. I don't know. After that miscommunication or whatever that was, after they had to burn that timeout, things just weren't looking good. That kind of messed up the momentum that they had. All right, Chris Boswell, 6 for 7. His longest is 60 this year from 44 yards. And it is money. Steelers take a 3-0 lead to start off the game. Let me get this scoreboard. I didn't even know I didn't have it on yet. That is my bad. Okay, let's get this on quick. All right. That drive could have ended better, but I'm not going to complain too much. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers changed his helmet. He got a different helmet this week. He doesn't look as old school, you know? Which I kind of like the look of the old helmet for some reason. I don't know. It just kind of fit well with him. At least this version of Aaron Rodgers, I should say. It kind of fit well. All right, let's see if I could. Okay. Oh, wow, the Ravens are actually on the Rams side of the field. I don't even know who the Ravens backup is right now. Oh, it's Cooper Rush. Man, the Ravens have a tough schedule. I mean, they already played the Chiefs, which I mean, they haven't been playing that good, but they played the Lions and they played the Bills. And now they're playing the Rams. That's pretty tough, man. And that's why I'm saying I'm not completely bought that the Ravens are going to be bad this season because of the competition they've played. Sure, they've lost to every single good team that they've played so far. I kind of already forgot who they won against. But you know what I mean? So I think obviously they have to play the Steelers twice. And then I know they have to play the Packers and the Vikings because they play the NFC North. So those two teams definitely ain't no pushovers either. Man. Yeah, it might be tough for Baltimore. Kickoff from Boswell. Let's see where this lands. He takes it right from the 1-yard line. Has some space and he gets hit. and is down at around the 28. Realistically, I think the Steelers and Ravens split this season. I think they get one apiece against each other. Indy already up to 7-0, huh? Okay, are you guys sold on the Colts yet? Because I don't know what to think about them. I mean, they played the Rams. They were close, but they didn't win. Okay, but the Rams are a good team. So I don't know. Okay, Browns change up the play at the line. Dylan Gabriel, his first start at Heinz Field. Let's see. I'm expecting the Steelers to bring a lot of pressure. They don't really bring much on this play, although it kind of runs out of time and it's incomplete. He was thrown in the middle of the field. There was nothing but Steelers over there. So the pressure wasn't like crazy. I think they only sent 4. But Gabriel had like no time. The pocket collapsed right as soon as he was looking through his progressions. That was tough for the Browns. All right, second attempt for Cleveland. I think they go run here. Yep, that's what they do. Handoff play, and there's no room. He got just back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing past that. All right, let's go. All right, we already got a third down. Let's go. Okay, yeah. They're up against the Cardinals. I don't even know how good the Cardinals are going to be. It doesn't seem like they're going to be that good. I don't know. I'm not completely sold on the Colts yet. I want to believe it, Indiana Jones. Gabriel drops back. There's a flag. As soon as the ball snaps, he's throwing it middle of the field, incomplete. He threw it low for his intended receiver. Although there was a flag. Offside. Offside on the defense. Oh, offside on TJ Watt. So that penalty doesn't get them the first down, but it gives them 5 extra yards and gives the Browns another shot at this drive. Huh? I mean, I don't know if he was offsides, but it was close. All right, 3rd and 5 now. So it's bring 4. Gabriel throws it middle of the field, complete to Jerry Jeudy for the first down. Although he did lose the ball and the Steelers did recover it, but might have been down. Thornhill wound up with the ball afterwards, but that was already after the play. As far as them winning the AFC South, okay, the Jaguars are looking pretty good too. They're playing some good ball as well. They just beat the Chiefs. Okay, this midfield logo looks different. All right, handoff play, and he gets a short gain. A little extra pushing and shoving going on, and another flag thrown. Joey Porter Jr. doing some sort of celebration. Let's see what it's on. There was shoving going on. I don't know if that's what the flag's on, though. They're all talking it over. Oh, it's on the offense. Okay. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it on Jerry Jeudy. Let's see. Okay, so they're scuffling right there a little bit. It kind of hit him at the helmet. Okay. Kind of hit his helmet a little bit, I guess. I don't know. I don't think that was like a necessary flag, but now that sets them back a lot. Second and 23 after that penalty. Steelers rush 4 once again. Gabriel just going to get it out to his running back, who's able to get past one defender and is able to get about 7 on that play. So it's going to be about 3rd and 15. Steelers defense is at full strength at this point now, for the most part. Ramsey's back in. JPJ's back in. Highsmith is back in. So the Steelers did benefit from that bye week. Even though it was early, to this point, they did kind of benefit out of that bye week. It's going to be 3rd and 19 for Cleveland. See what they try to do. Play clock. They get it off in time. Pressure comes. Pass is incomplete. Jerry Jeudy was open, but he dropped it. He wasn't going to get the first down whether he caught it or not, but nonetheless, an incomplete. Looks like he was trying to brace himself, and that's what made him drop the ball. Yeah, I mean, whether he caught it, it wouldn't have really mattered. All right. Put his offense, he gets it. Oh, he's got a lane. Oh, he's going past the 40, past the 50, punter to beat, and he gets past him. Oh, but he gets tackled at the 40. Good return, but there's a flag now. No, that's not Calvin Austin because Calvin Austin is out. That was Williams on the return. That turned into a really good return. Damn, he got some wheels, man. Hey, that punter was really trying to make a play there. Well, that's coming back regardless. Andre Bro Peppers. Quite a few penalties already in this game. One thing I will say, I'm glad that the Steelers already played the Patriots. The Patriots have hit their stride, man. They're looking good. Can't think of his name. I just blanked out. But the quarterback, looking like he could be the franchise guy, man. Drake May, I don't know why that took me so long to figure out. Drake May is looking like their franchise guy over there. And I said, Vrabel's a good head coach, man. He wasn't the problem in Tennessee when he was coaching the Titans. Vrabel was not the problem. All right, 3rd and 2 for the Rams. Down 3-0. This is their first drive of the game, I believe. Stafford looking, throws it, complete first down. Okay. Puka. I should probably just do it on this. All right, whatever. Well, yeah, man. I mean, the Patriots are putting it together. They might make the playoffs, man. They're looking like a playoff team. Last week, I didn't think they were going to beat the Bills. I actually thought it was going to be a blowout. Okay, man, was I wrong? I mean, they look like a completely different team compared to when they played the Steelers. Because when they played the Steelers, they were kind of all over the place. With a lot of fumbles, a lot of penalties, all of that. Now they seem like they're, I don't know, man. They seem pretty dangerous. That's not a team that you want to go up against right now. And to beat the Bills in Buffalo, in prime time, that's not easy to do. All right, Steelers get the ball at the 10 after that penalty. Toss played. Warren tries to break out. There's just nothing. Once again, that's also a few yards, actually. It's going to be a tough matchup for the Steelers' old line. Rodgers throws check down to Warren for a short gain. It's going to bring about third and medium-ish. I think it's going to be about third and 7. And they ran that play quick. They didn't waste much time there. Okay, let's see what they do here. They've been utilizing their tight ends so far. At least they did in their last drive. All of them except for Pat Fryermuth. Which is weird because they're paying Fryermuth the big bucks and they haven't really utilized him. Rodgers takes it. He's going to throw a deep ball. Caught. Metcalf, first down. Let's go. Just a 50-50 ball. That's a catch. Yep. All right, first down. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. First attempt from the Browns 39. Or sorry, for the Steelers 39. Handoff play to Gainwell and that's about a yard. Okay, see, one thing I have, Rodgers still got it, man. He still has the arm. He still has the arm. All right. That's one thing you can't deny about Rodgers. He still has the arm. That was a really good pass and catch. Because it's not like the coverage was bad. The coverage was actually really good on that play. So that was a good play on both sides, on DK's part as well. Yeah, getting on the backfield once again. Play action. Rodgers has to avoid pressure. He fumbles the ball. Gets it out to Gainwell, and he lost yards. Or was that more of a toss? Kind of looked like he got the ball stripped from him. Let's see the replay. Oh, no, he just tossed it to Gainwell. I mean, I don't really know what that does for you, but I guess just so you don't have to take the sack. I don't know. But that was a big loss after that. It's going to be 3rd and 18. Rodgers looks. Short pass to Gainwell. And that's going to be the end of this drive. They were just trying to give him more space for the punter, I guess. I don't. He got rid of the ball really quick there. Okay, Waitman so far has actually had a good season for a punter. This one looks like to be another pretty solid punt. Let's see where the ref decides to call it. It did go out of bounds. Now, I guess we won't know until after the commercial break. Okay, that wasn't a good drive. But hey, it happens, All right, let's see what's going on everywhere else. I think I'm better off using it on my phone than anywhere else. Okay, for some reason I only get 4 games. Let's do this one. Oh, of course those games would be on commercial when I'm trying to go to them. Well, they got the Cowboys over here, I guess. The Panthers in with some interesting uniforms. All right, it's 3-3 over there in Carolina. 3-8 for Bryce Young and the Panthers. He's in shotgun. He drops back, looks, throws left, and is complete for the first down. Come on, Cowboys. Those Panthers uniforms are. Oh gosh, I don't know how I feel about them, but I think they go really good with the black helmet. I think that's what makes it stand out. That makes it look cool. Oh, pick by Dallas. Oh, and he's returning it too. Oh, he's got a lane. Oh, he's down at around the 20. Wow. Oh, there's a flag. That might come back a little bit, but that's still going to be a pick. On the tip, Drew? Yeah, I think it was probably holding on the return because I didn't really see anything before the pick. Oh, it was on Carolina? Wow. All right. All right, we got first and down for the Browns. He's going to throw it complete. He's just short of the first down. All right. Dylan Gabriel, his second career NFL start, his first NFL career start in America. Yes, because his first NFL start was in London. Handoff play for the Browns. That's going to be an easy first down for Cleveland. Got about 2, but that's all he really needed. Is a different jersey. They're not bad. They're not bad. Okay, they got Judkins in the backfield once again. To end the round, tries to find a little bit of space. He's able to get a few yards out of that. Maybe about 2, but not much after that. To Sampson. I mean, it was an outside run, but the majority of the people were in the outside, so that was going to work. Maybe if he tried to cut back to the inside, he probably would have gotten more yards out of that. It was just too bunched up on the outside, especially where he was going. All right, 2nd and 8 for the Browns. 4-man rush. Gabriel incomplete. Couldn't get it out to his running back. Now there's a flag. I think we're looking at holding over here. Let's see. Porter's saying something to the Browns. Peppers with another penalty. 1 on defense, 1 on special teams. Peppers already having himself a rough day. He's wearing one of those Guardian caps. I'm surprised not a lot of players are wearing those caps. I guess they probably just don't like the look of it. That's my guess. And I don't think I've seen a quarterback wearing a Guardian cap. Now the Browns take a timeout. So each team kind of just wasted a timeout here in this first quarter. Very odd first quarter here. Okay, here we go. This is what I was trying to get. Okay, Cowboys going for it on 4th and 1. And looks like they called a timeout. Or is that the end of the quarter? Oh, that was the end of the quarter. Okay. Gabriel play action. Pressure comes. Sacked by Jalen Ramsey. All right. Oh, it looks like he might be a little shaken up, though. Oh, there was not much time for Gabriel there. On a corner blitz? Nah, that was on his blind side. He couldn't see that. And well, hopefully Ramsey's all right because he was just facing an injury when they played against Minnesota. Handoff play and they able to fight for a yard. But this Steelers defense so far has been showing up. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the defense right now. Other than the few penalties, but other than that, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. It's looking pretty good. 3rd and 16 for the Browns. This game is tailor-made for the Steelers defense to play good. I'm telling you, that midfield logo looks a little bit thicker on the outside. Steelers bring pressure. Gabriel able to get it off in time, and he's going to be – oh, no, he's able to fight out of it, but the whistle's blew. Oh. So the receiver was able to break away from the defenders, but they blew the whistle that marked them down at the 50. Oh, that's tough. Oh, the Steelers caught a break right there. All right, so now they're going to punt from the 50. Let's see how this punt is. And it looks like it goes out of bounds at around the 15. Oh, ref still running up. Oh, that wasn't that bad of a punt, was it? He goes all the way to the 29? Wow. Okay. The refs saw different. I'm not complaining about that. You know, I thought it was more around the. You know what? I should just not say anything. Yep, 29-yard line. That's where it went out. We'll go with that. The Browns haven't won a regular season game against the Steelers in my lifetime. That is crazy. That is insane. Because again, we don't talk about that wild card game. That didn't exist. That didn't happen. Okay, that was in that weird 2020 season. All right, handoff play to Johnson, who's able to find a hole, and he's able to get close to the first down. I think it's going to be about 2nd and inches, though. I mean, he hit the hole quick. Johnson was able to show off the speed. But okay, so far, defensive matchup. I don't know, man. I think it was a little bit too early to blow the whistles there. I don't know. I think the Steelers caught two breaks right there with the punt and with that. Because I think it was a little bit too. He was still fighting for yards. He was still trying to fight for it. All right, Andrew, we got the Cowboys up. That's right. Doing their thing. Yeah, the Jags up 6-0 against the Seahawks. That's actually a pretty good test for both sides. I don't think anybody was really expecting much out of Jacksonville this year. I know I wasn't. I remember when they got their new head coach, right? I forgot his name, but when they got him, he said their Chan or whatever, Duval. But I guess the way he said it, people didn't like it. And then people were all like, oh, yeah, Jags are going 0-17 because of this. Because how he said Duval. Now they're playing. Now they're looking like they could be a playoff team. Nobody thought that the Colts and the Jags were going to be the two teams at the top of the division at this point of the season. I know it's early, but nobody was expecting that, man. Come on. And if you were, you're probably a Colts and Jaguar fan. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was a good pick, man. Patriots just scored a touchdown over there in New Orleans. Oh, this isn't a regular Steelers jersey. This is more like a hockey jersey. Yeah, I got it like 2 years ago. Yeah, it's more like a hockey jersey. It's a starter one. Second and one, they're in shotgun. Handoff play to Johnson. He's able to get the first down pretty easily, and we're moving those sticks. Let's go. I think they have them for every. Yeah, I think they have them for every team. So it has the regular logo on the front side, and then on the back it has the script. That's pretty cool. It's more mesh. It's not like a thick long sleeve. It's more of a mesh material, like a jersey material. Rodgers looks, pressure comes, and it's deflected at the line. Incomplete. I'm surprised he was able to get that off. He had like no room. He had a little bit of space, and then that space just went boom. Yeah, I like the baseball jerseys for the Steelers. I mean, sometimes they kind of look like pirate jerseys, so I don't really get those, but it just depends on how it looks, I guess, you know. Second and 10, handoff play to Jalen Warren. He's able to break a tackle and breaks another and gets the first down. All right. Good run. Good run. Yeah, no one was able to take him down, but Warren took him down with him. Darnell in motion, toss play, Jalen Warren inside. Very short gain. I will say I think I like the Jaguars odds more than I like the Colts odds right now in that division. I don't know what it is. Hey, that would be funny if they when the Colts and Jags face each other, that they flex that into a Sunday Night Football because no, that'd be funny, man. Smith in motion, another toss play to Warren, who's able to juke a defender. That's a quality game from Jalen Warren. That's going to bring third and about 2, maybe 3. Okay, there we go. All right, they're going to call it 3rd and 3 so far. Steelers are 2 for 4 on third down conversions. Play clock running down. They get off in time. Another handoff play to Kenneth Gainwell, who's able to run and get the first down. Hey, man, these running backs are running with some passion right now. And that was decent blocking from the old line. Yeah, man, if the Steelers could do this consistently, that'd be very good for the offense. Gainwell's still in there. They have 2 running backs in there. Fakes it to Johnson. Now he's going to throw it down the field for Jonnu Smith, and it's in and out of his hands. I'm sorry, that was to Darnell Washington, and it went right through his hands. That was a bullet pass, man. Slightly overthrew, I guess. I mean, somehow he threw it high to Darnell Washington. I'm sure Washington's like the tallest guy out there. It's crowded moving around. Rodgers. He's going to throw it down the field for Metcalf, and it's incomplete. Corner didn't turn around. Oh, hey, if Campbell would have turned around, maybe that could have been a pick. Little bit of contact, but no, that wasn't PI. No, I'm fine with the no call right there. It is what it is. But I will say, if Campbell turned around, there's a good shot that would have been picked. All right, Rodgers here on third down. Looks for Metcalf once again and just couldn't get it to him. That was good coverage right there, man. Yeah, that would have been a tough catch to make, regardless. But if I heard them right, they just got Campbell this week. All right, Boswell made from 44 earlier in this game. Now he's got it from 50. Snap looks good. Kick is scoots in, and it is good. Oh, that was close. It looked like it wasn't going to go in. All right, but we got 6 points. This is that Pittsburgh Steelers football. This is that Pittsburgh Steelers football. What do I mean by that? Defense looks good. Boswell kicking field goals. This is what I remember. What is the best form of Jersey football hockey? That's a good question. Okay, hockey jerseys are cool, but they're typically like really thick, and you can't wear hockey jerseys in the summertime. At least out here, definitely not out here. You can't wear hockey jerseys outside, okay, during the summertime. So you really only got around the time to wear it. Basketball, you could typically wear any time, I guess. You just put a long sleeve underneath. I think baseball jerseys to me look cooler because of the buttons. It's either between baseball or football, I guess, because you could kind of wear them anytime, pretty much. Yeah, I gotta go baseball. I gotta go baseball. Baseball jerseys look cooler. Again, I probably would say hockey, but again, you could really only wear that during the winter time. I don't know. The LA Kings got like an alternate jersey now that looks pretty cool. It's like a mixture between their um purple and yellow throwbacks and but they have it with the new colors that they have. I don't know if that made sense. But it's the crown logo. That looks pretty cool. But this is the only hockey jersey that I have. I got the Colts and Cardinals tied up at 7. Indianapolis with the ball. Panthers were able to come up and tie the game over there in Carolina. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Typically, hockey jerseys are a little bit too thick, and I'm over here complaining about California heat. I could only imagine about Arizona. All right, the return is down at around the 27-yard line. Now they're showing all the terribles. I gotta give me a new terrible towel. The only one I have is this one back here. I gotta give me another terrible towel. I saw online they have a Dia de los Muertos terrible towel. That looks pretty cool. All right, so far Cleveland Browns with 34 total yards offensively to Pittsburgh's 112. And I'll play to Judkins, and he's able to get a decent gain right there. I forgot, where did the Arizona hockey team go to? I forgot about that. I'm not like that big of a NHL guy. I just kind of just watch the Kings. Second and 7 for Cleveland and shotgun. Gabriel hands it off once again. That's another quality gain for the Browns right there. It's going to bring third and about 3. Nice gain from Sampson right there. You got Shador Sanders on the sideline over there with his arms crossed. Does Shador Sanders ever get a shot in the NFL? Oh, Utah. Okay. Yeah, I remember hearing about that situation. That's unfortunate, man. It really is. I just forgot what city they went to. Steelers bring pressure. Gabriel's gonna have to get rid of it. He does not. He gets sacked. Flag comes in the backfield though. Let's see what it's on. Hopefully it's holding. All right, holding on offense, so it doesn't even matter. All right, let's go. Let's go. He had about like 2 seconds to make a decision if he was going to throw it or not. All right, we got another punt from the Cleveland Browns. Has zero pressure on him. This time it's a good punt. Returned at the 15. Makes a juke move, but just couldn't get past the Brown right there. So they're going to get it inside the 25 to start their drive. And we're close to halfway done in the second quarter. 6-0. Yeah, the kind of game I expected. Okay. The question is, does he get a shot in Cleveland? Or does he get a shot elsewhere? Does he get traded elsewhere? That's another question as well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for his sake, I kind of hope he gets a shot elsewhere. I say that because quarterbacks typically don't do too well in Cleveland. Not to say that he can't. Not to say that Dylan Gabriel can't do well in Cleveland, but I mean, the best quarterback that the Browns have had in recent memory, and I'm talking about since they reestablished, has been Baker Mayfield. That's the best quarterback they had. He got them their one and only playoff win, and what do the Browns do? They tell him goodbye. And Baker was a good quarterback for the Browns. It's not like he was playing bad. I mean, I guess towards the end of his Browns career, maybe there was a bit of a decline there, but I mean, come on, man. I know it's eating the Browns inside right now that they got rid of Mayfield, especially from these past 2 seasons that he's played with the Buccaneers. I mean, he might actually be the best quarterback in the NFC. Well, you got Goff, you got obviously Mayfield, Jordan Love. Just depends. I actually think he might be the best quarterback in that conference. I don't know, man. Oh, it looks like Seattle just scored a touchdown, 9-6 against Jacksonville. I would throw Jaden Daniels in that mix amongst the best in the NFC. But, we're only going off a year so far, so I think it's a little bit too early. All right, let's go. Let's get another field goal. Come on, we got this. All we need is 3. Fakes a handoff, gets it out to Smith on the screen pass, and he's able to pick up a good gain. Jonnu Smith able to take a couple of defenders down with them. Uh-oh. I messed something up on my screen over here. Rodgers tries to make him jump off sides. Got Scotty Miller motion. Johnson able to get a yard on that play. I mean, he had to face a defender right away. If the Browns score before halftime, it's a field goal. That's the type of game we're having. It's going to be a field goal parade. That's what we're getting today. Over or under 2.5 touchdowns. Rodgers rolls back to the outside, looking for something, gets a block, tosses it to Jaylen Warren. Did he catch it? Yep, first down. What a catch by Jalen Warren. Let's go. Let's go. First down. That was more of a. Looks like he got it. I don't think it hit the ground. Yeah, it looks like a catch. Okay, they're going to hurry up and get the snap off before anybody could question it. Metcalf with the catch and the first down past the 50 and down at around the 45. All right, now we're moving. Let's go. Maybe we get the touchdown on this drive. All right, Metcalf, 2 receptions for 44 yards. Play action. Rodgers rolling. Looking. Still looking. And he's just going to scramble himself and run out of bounds. They're going to give him 2 yards. Rodgers had to show off that mobility that he's got. Sammy D with the deep ball. All right, man. We need something, man. Warren moves out of the backfield and he's set it around the line. Browns bring pressure. Rodgers able to get it off to Darnell Washington for another first down. All right, let's go, man. You haven't heard Freiermuth's name at all. You guys catching on to that? It's Darnell Washington and Jonnu Smith. Not much on Pat Freiermuth, which is interesting. Another play action for the Steelers. Screen pass and incomplete. Look for Washington once again. I don't know what happened there. It didn't look like he was expecting that. His hands weren't even bracing for the catch. It just kind of hit his body. It's just unfair. It's unfair. Okay, whistle's blowing a flag. They're going to say false start on the offense. Oh, it was on Metcalf. I mean, they got Metcalf and Darnell Washington on the offense. That's a tough assignment, man. That should be a tough assignment for opposing defenses, and those are the 2 guys that you should be going to. I mean, Washington, they were just standing right next to each other. Washington made Metcalf look small too. That's crazy. All right, Smith moves to the outside. Rodgers looking through his progressions. He's going to throw it. Screen pass to Gainwell. Not much going. Able to get a few, and now Rodgers picked up a helmet. An old lineman lost his helmet. Okay. I got 39 Steelers are in field goal range, in case you guys are wondering. Rodgers all alone. Browns bring pressure. Rodgers has to get rid of it. He does to Gainwell once again. and he's down right at the 30. Oh, and here we go. Steelers are going to bring out Boswell once again. This is such a Steeler game. I can't. Boswell 2 for 2 so far. High snap, but the kick is up and it is good. So the Steelers up by 2 possessions. All 3 scores were off of the leg of Chris Boswell so far. We got a 9-0 game. Woo! You gotta love it. You gotta love this type of game. Oh, man. Thursday night, you got the Steelers and the Bengals in Cincinnati. That is a trap game. Now, maybe in the beginning of the season, people were saying it was a trap game the other way around, but now roles are reversed. We'll see, man. Let's see it. Let's see how Joe Flacco's able to, what he's able to do with the Bengals. I mean, they still have weapons offensively for Cincinnati. It's their defense, their defense, though. I mean, like, I want to see a game between the Bengals and the Cowboys. I don't know if they play each other this year, but I want to see that game. I think they could realistically have the highest scoring game in NFL history with how bad those two defenses have typically played. I do think the Cowboys have a little bit of a better defense, though. Man, that game would end up like a basketball score. That'd be funny. That'd actually be fun to watch. But October's a good time for sports. You have the MLB playoffs. You have the NBA coming back. I'm not that big on the NBA. We got the NBA coming back. You have NFL football finally, catching its course. And then you have NHL hockey that just came back, I believe, this week. October, man. Good time for sports. Oh, you got the kickoff. Looks like it's taken right at the goal line. And, he takes a big hit by Thornhill, although there's a flag on the return at around the 20-ish. Miles Killebrew shaking up now. Looks like he hurt his knee. Okay, that's going to go back on Cleveland, but Killebrew is down, and that's a key special teams player right there. LA Dodger playoffs. Oh, we should talk about that game. Oh man, that game 4. That game 4 was one of the games of all time. For two heavyweight teams to be playing each other and for the series to end like that, I don't know, man. That's crazy. Because some people would say that those are probably the two best teams in the MLB, and for the series to end off an air, that's that's insane. I don't know, man. Let's just hope the Dodgers have been taking a lot of batting practice these past couple of days because they could really use it. Yeah, they did, and now they have to play the Brewers, who definitely had the Dodgers number in the regular season. I don't even think the Dodgers beat the Brewers in the regular season. But okay, the thing about baseball is that it literally doesn't matter. Regular season literally doesn't matter. Okay, baseball is so unpredictable, which is why it's kind of rare for the two best teams to actually make it to the World Series because of how unpredictable it is. That's just the type of game it is. So let's just hope that what happened in the regular season doesn't translate to the postseason, because a lot of the times that doesn't happen, which is exciting. It makes MLB playoffs is kind of unpredictable in a way. Like the Cubs, I wasn't expecting the Cubs to take out the Padres. That was surprising, and they took the Brewers to 5 games. Oh, there wasn't even contact on Killebrew. It was just his knee. Screen pass to Jerry Judy. Gabe got about 4. Darius Slay on the tackle, just trying to get him in the game. That's their best receiver right there. And Kevin Stefanski has to be one of the longest Browns head coaches, right? I'm talking about since they came back, since they reestablished as a franchise. He's got to be one of the longest head coaches, right? Gabriel throws middle of the field to Judy and he gets a catch. Wow. He was hit by Elliott, but that didn't phase him too much because he was still able to hold it in. I mean, at least there was defenders in the middle of the field, because typically for the Steelers defense, there's nobody middle of the field for some reason. Yeah, that's scary, man. Gabriel rolls, pressured, sacked. All right, let's go. Alex Highsmith and Harmon, looks like they are both going to take credit for that sack right there. This is exactly how I expected this game to go, by the way. Exactly how I expected it to go. I got the Seahawks still up 10-6 over the Jaguars. All right, let's see what's going on with this Ram game. That's a tie game over there in Baltimore. Let's see if we got it on here. Okay, I guess I have to go to the game directly for some reason on this phone. All right, let's see Rams. I tell you, if the Rams lose this game as well, that's a tough break for them Rams. Oh, it looks like they got the ball on a fumble. All right, Rams are able to produce a turnover there. Damn, they only have 3 points on Baltimore. You guys know how bad the Ravens defense has been playing? Wow. Oh, come on, Rams. You guys gotta put up more points than that, man. Okay, so it was on a Rams punt. And the returner fumbled it. Okay. That was a lot of people over there in the strip of Pittsburgh. 2nd and 14 for Dylan Gabriel. And more pressure comes, and he's able to avoid it. And there might be holding because there was a flag thrown. He had a lot more time than it looked like he would have. No, that was on Cameron Hayward, illegal use of hands to the face. Now that gives Cleveland a first down. Yeah. Yeah, that was there. Okay, that really benefited Cleveland right there. Steelers have 5 penalties in this game. Wow, looks like he's going to rush right away, and he does. Handoff play, and he's able to get the first down. That's Ford with a nice run. I mean, he got in more than enough separation right there. Maybe Cleveland does get a few points by the half. And they do get the ball. After halftime. 1:47 left in the second quarter, 1st and 10. Jerry Jeudy moves, flag thrown as soon as the ball is snapped. It is caught by Jerry Jeudy, able to break a tackle. Now he's going to go the other way, still on his feet, and he's down at around the 35. But there was a flag as soon as the snap happened. Oh, illegal formation on offense. So now both teams have shot themselves in the foot on this drive. Damn. Both teams aren't playing very disciplined, I guess, you know. Although that penalty hurt more for the Browns than the Steelers penalty had earlier in this drive. Play action, throws middle of the field once again, complete to his tight end. And now he's shaking up Alston Njoku. He took a shot. And with that injury, Cleveland's going to lose their second timeout. That was a good throw. If Gabriel threw it, if he didn't throw it right there where he did, that could have either been intercepted or just incomplete. but he needed to make that good of a throw so that it was going to be a catch. Okay, so 2nd and 1 now for the Browns. Wow, the Saints are up 16-14 over the Patriots. Steelers are playing far off on both sides. It's going to be a handoff play inside, and it's going to be an easy first down for Cleveland. Junkin's on the rush right there. Now they're going no huddle. Clock running down, less than 1:10 left in the second quarter. Gabriel looking towards the sideline and incomplete, and Jerry Jeudy just pushed Joey Porter to the ground, and that's going to be offensive pass interference or something, because that was just unnecessary. What was he doing? What was Jerry Jeudy doing? Oh, so there was roughing the passer and pass interference. Okay, let's see this roughing the passer. Well, yeah, he kind of hit his face. Okay. He kind of hit his helmet. what was Jeudy doing? There was no need to do that. I guess maybe Porter flopped a little bit, but still. He throws the middle of the field, deflected by Joey Porter Jr. on the coverage. All right. That was some good coverage right there. So okay. The one thing that Porter struggles with a little bit is the penalties, typically. All right, the Browns are at the Steelers 45. Maybe not at field goal range yet. Gabriel's going to throw it complete. Looks like he might have gotten the first down. They're going to say he's just short. Okay, yeah, no, they gave him the first down. Oh, yeah, that's a first. All right, now the Browns are in field goal range. And this is the first time this entire game where the Browns have been moving the ball. I mean, at all. Any sort of score gets them back in the game. Steelers bring pressure. He's going to throw middle of the field once again, and that time he couldn't find Jeudy. I mean, those are tough throws to make, man, to try to get the receivers to catch you. That's... Oh, Jeudy would have took a shot if he caught that, though. But Gabriel's kind of putting himself in a tough spot, man, trying to make those throws. It's not like that would have been an easy throw to make. Steelers bring 4. Pressure. He's able to get it complete for a short gain. There was no yards after contact there at all. And it was middle of the field. Time does stop. Steelers take their second timeout. Okay, I'm not really sure what the Steelers are trying to do here. I mean, I guess they want the ball before halftime ends, but I'm not really sure what they would do. Especially since you only have one more timeout remaining. I guess just rely on whatever happens on the kickoff and go from there. But realistically, say they kick a field goal or don't get a field goal, you're looking at probably less than 40 seconds left with no timeout. I mean, Cleveland is in field goal range at this point. Running back shift as a receiver. They're all kind of bunched up on that side. Throws it. I mean, they just gave him that first down. Oh, no, he wasn't able to get the first down. No, he's short. Steelers took their last time out, I believe. It was close. All right, they're showing the replay right now. He might have gotten the first. But now that the timeout was called, it gives them an extra chance to look at it. Yeah, they call Cleveland first down. Cleveland took that timeout, actually. Oh, man. See, now this isn't looking very good. You know, we're having fun, kicking field goals and stuff. It is worth noting Cleveland doesn't have a single timeout, though. Gabriel going to throw it middle of the field once again, and the Steelers are just going to get him down. Browns are going to try to hurry up. I mean, at this point, do you just try to throw one to the end zone, and then if it doesn't work, just kick the field goal at that point? Less than 20 seconds left. 16 as the ball is snapped. Gabriel looks to the outside, gets it complete, and he's able to get out of bounds. That's Njoku on the reception. 11 seconds left. Okay, now this play for sure. You just go to the end zone. If it doesn't work, just kick the field goal. You're in that situation now. Man, but if he wasn't able to get out of bounds, that would have been tough. Gabriel very accurate on this drive, 8 for 10. Mike Tomlin on the field because he called a timeout. That's not the first time we've literally seen Mike Tomlin on the field. I don't know if you guys remember that one time on a Thanksgiving night, the Steelers are playing the Ravens. And he kind of, in a way, tripped Jacoby Jones on a punt return. I don't think he made contact with him, but it kind of caught him, made him go off course. And they didn't want him scoring a touchdown because Jacoby probably would have scored a touchdown if it weren't for Mike Tomlin on that play. Okay, so they're at the 11.5-yard line. Gabriel looks, throws a underneath pass to Ford. That doesn't really do you much there. Now there's 7 seconds left. I say just kick the field goal. They might have lost a yard. I think they lost a yard on that play. That was just a terrible play call on Cleveland's behalf. Okay, if the Steelers could get a sack here, that would completely kill the momentum that Cleveland had. Gabriel's going to throw it. End zone, incomplete. 3 seconds left in the quarter. Good defense from the Steelers on that play. Yeah, now they're just going to kick the field goal. Nice coverage from Patrick Queen. That's a crazy way to spell Schmidt. 31 yarder from the right hash. Kick is up and it is good. And we have a field goal parade in the first half of this game. 9-3. Pittsburgh up. Cleveland able to get 3 before the half. They will get the ball after halftime. So that was actually a big 3 points for the Browns right there. I mean, what were we expecting? All right, the Patriots are up 22-16 over there in New Orleans. Okay, is it crazy to say that the Saints should just build around Spencer Rattler? Like, is that crazy to say? Because, I mean, let's be honest here. The Saints don't have the best roster. They're like in a super rebuild mode. But Spencer Rattler's actually been looking all right in this season so far. He was a late round pick last year in the draft. I mean, he didn't play all that well in his rookie season, but so far this year, his numbers actually aren't bad. And then given the circumstance that he's in, come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Over or under 2.5 touchdowns. I'm going under. I think maybe one team, a singular team, scores 1 touchdown. That's the vibe I'm getting out of this game. That ALCS is going to be a really good series. Let's hope that series goes to 7 games, and in game 7, it's like a 20-inning game. You know what I mean? Let's just hope that's what happens. For no reason. Okay? No reason why I would want that to happen. None at all. As for the Dodgers and Brewers, I don't know, man. Brewers really did have the Dodgers number in the regular season. It's a rematch of that 2018 NLCS, which the Dodgers did win. There was quite a few people saying that the winner of the Phillies and Dodgers series was going to win the World Series. I don't think that's true. Okay, because sometimes you have 2 heavyweights facing each other in the NLDS or maybe even the NLCS, right? They go 5 games, 7 games, and then that kind of messes them up for the next series. So that's why I don't buy in when the 2 best teams, or I mean, technically they weren't the 2 best teams, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that doesn't always happen, man. Or like 2021, where the Dodgers and Giants played each other in the NLDS. Those were the 2 best teams in the National League, and the Dodgers didn't even make the World Series that year. You know? Because they had to literally give it all they had just to get past the Giants. Because again, those were the 2 best teams at the time. All right, which game has more touchdowns? The Rams and versus the Ravens, or the Steelers and the Browns? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Baseball is such an unpredictable sport to play, man. Because a lot of people are saying that had the Tigers as the favorite to go to the World Series for the AL side, and it looked that way for a little bit. Then they wound up kind of struggling towards the end of the season. They wound up getting past the wild card round, but couldn't get past the Mariners. And then the Blue Jays, like, I didn't think the Blue Jays were going to win the division, the East. All right, now that we're at half, I'm going to take a little break. Back over here. Well, while we're at halftime, let's just go through the rest of the games for this week, at least the late slate. Let's see. A lot of close games in this early slate. Every game is within a possession or tied. Well, first off, the Broncos were able to beat the Jets 13-11. Uh, I didn't wake up at 6:30 in the morning to watch this game personally, but it seemed like a very uneventful game. Broncos able to escape London with a win. Again, like those games are just weird. I don't know what to expect out of those games. You can't pick a winner just because with those London games, a team that's undefeated could lose to a team that's winless. I don't know. Those games are very unpredictable. You got Seattle versus Jacksonville, 13-6 at halftime. You got the Dolphins up 13-9 against the Chargers. Oh man, there are problems over there with the Chargers? I mean, the Dolphins are not a good team. Rams, Ravens, not up by 3 apiece at halftime. Very defensive game. Daniel Jones up against the Cardinals 14-10. You got the Cowboys and Panthers 17-13. Dallas. And then Patriots up by 6, 22-16 over the Saints in the Superdome. And of course, you got this game 9-3. As for the afternoon slate, you got the Tennessee Titans against the Raiders in Las Vegas. I favor the Titans by about a possession. I do think it's going to be a close game. I don't know what to say or what to see out of the Raiders right now. They're just not playing good football. Geno Smith isn't playing good football either. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Kenny Pickett at some point in this regular season, especially if Geno continues to play the way he is. You got the Niners versus Buccaneers at 125. That should be a really good game. Both teams kind of banged up a little bit, which is unfortunate for both sides because I think if they were both healthy, it would be a super 5-star matchup. But I still think it's going to be a really good game. You got the Bengals and Packers. I almost said Panthers. Bengals and Packers, another 125 game. Give me the Packers on that one. And Packers, you guys need to win that game. Not because for you guys, but just so the AFC North teams could lose, you know. Lions and Chiefs, Sunday Night Football at Arrowhead. Give me Detroit. Give me Detroit. And if the Chiefs start off 2-4, that's unheard of. Bills and Falcons, Monday night. Hey, what's up with all these 2 Monday nighters? What's going on with that? I don't like that. I don't like that. That doesn't sit well with me. But Bills and Falcons prime time at 4:15, and then you got the Bears and Commanders at 5:15. So they kind of meet up at a certain time. Well, okay, to give my prediction on that weirdness, give me the Bills over the Falcons and give me the Commanders over the Bears. Although I will say, the Bears could pull off that upset. Okay. Bears were looking a little bit solid after their bye week, or before their bye week, I should say. Patriots are looking scary, man. That's why I'm saying I'm glad the Steelers played the Patriots already. I'm glad that's out of the schedule. Because there is no way with the way that the Steelers looked that day against the Patriots, there's no way that the Steelers would have beat the Patriots any other day. Again, with the way that they were looking that day. Not to say the Steelers haven't gotten better since that game, but yeah, man, both teams look just not very good that game. That had to have been one of the ugliest games of the season so far. I don't know what happened, man. It looked like the Steelers offense was gonna have a solid game going after that first quarter. So what's the big problem with the Steelers offense right now? I don't think it's the Steelers offense that's doing bad. I just think that Cleveland defense is good. You know, sometimes you just meet your match, man. And it is a divisional game. Browns, Steelers, I would like to think the Steelers defense could be amongst the top, but this is the kind of Browns Steelers game I expected. The problem is that the fact that the Steelers offense hasn't been able to produce a touchdown, that's what's keeping the Browns in the game. And now the Browns have a chance to take the lead when it seemed like the Steelers were kind of dominating the Browns in that first half just to have a 6-point lead. That's the problem. You're just kind of letting them stay in the game. Although, again, I'll give the Browns some credit. Definitely will. All right, second half is underway and it's returned from the 2-yard line. A lot of space, and he's tackled at the 22 by Connor Hayward. The Steelers have a lot of tight ends on their roster. They got Freiermuth, they got Jonnu Smith, they got Connor Hayward, they got Darnell Washington. That's already 4 that I know on the roster. I think that has to be only 4, right? You can't have more than 4 tight ends on a team. That is crazy. Browns show run. They do run inside handoff, and he's able to get down at around the 25. Okay, they called it 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Sean Elliott was the one who tackled Judkins right there. 7 rushes for 17 yards for Judkins. Not much room for him so far in this game. Steelers defense has been doing really well against the run in this game so far. 2nd and 6. Gabriel pressured, incomplete. There's a flag on the play. There, that was close to a fumble, man. Peppers did pick it up. Now they're calling fumble? Oh, they called it a fumble. That looked like a fumble in real time. Oh, they called it a fumble. That's Steeler ball. Oh, but it was offside on the defense. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, no, that wasn't a fumble. But it doesn't really matter at this point. Because in real time, it looked like Watt kind of hit him, and then that's what caused the ball to go forward. But no, after that replay, that wasn't a fumble. But again, it didn't really matter because it was offside anyways. So now it's 2nd and 1 after that whole fiasco right there. Cleveland bringing out a heavy set. Now more whistles and another flag. And this one is false start on Cleveland. I think we have more penalties than points to this point of this game. Watt was called for 2 offsides in this game. Okay, yeah, we do have more points. I'm sorry, more penalties and points. Gabriel able to get it off. Deflected, incomplete. Queen almost had it for an interception. It was deflected by Darius Slay, and Queen had a shot at it, just couldn't grasp it. Good coverage from Slay. Good coverage. I do think they said there might be a little bit of rain at some point in this game. It is overcast over there. 3rd and 6, play clock running down 1. They get it off in time. Gabriel looks pressured, tipped out by TJ Watt, batted away at the line of scrimmage. Defense is looking good. Perfect timing. I'll tell you, when you tip it at the line, you got to go like this. What's the punter's last name? Bojo Roquez? Bojoquez? So we're able to get some pressure off of that punt. That's a great punt. Able to get it inside the 10. Now we got a return, and he's able to get down at around the 22. Good punt by Bojo That's a tough last name, man. I've never seen that last name before. All right. We need a field goal. We need a field goal here. If you get a field goal, got a 2-possession game. Okay, but let's be real though. If the Steelers are able to get a touchdown, that's going to be tough for Cleveland to come back in this game because with the flow of the game, there's no offense, or the Cleveland offense hasn't done anything. So if the Steelers are able to get a touchdown, it's going to feel more like a 3-possession game with how the game has been going. All right, let's see what's up with the rest of the teams here. All right, Rams finally able to take a lead 10-3 over there in Baltimore. Oh, Seattle able to create some separation in that game, 20-6 in Jacksonville. Hey, Dolphins looking like they're having their best game of the season so far. They're up 13-9, although the Chargers are in the red zone. Patriots trying to make it a 2-possession game over in New Orleans, knocking on the door of the end zone, 22-6. And there's not that many people at that Chargers Dolphins game. Wow. Nine Eagle Fathead is pretty funny. Hey, he calls a lot of the Steeler games Iron Eagle. We typically get the same commentary team for every Steeler game. Toss play, Jerry Warren cuts to the inside, and he may have gotten a yard, although there's a flag in the backfield. Looks like it's going to come back. Yep. So there's 11 penalties combined for both teams. With 12 points combined for both teams. Damn, TJ Watt is first in every single category since 2017 at his position. Rodgers has to get it off right away. He's able to get it to Gainwell. Gainwell able to fight for an extra 2 or 3 yards. Oh, the Rams scored again. The Rams scored again. 16-3 over Baltimore. See the Mexico flag over there in Pittsburgh. Rodgers looks left, throws left. Pat Freiermuth for his first reception of the game. That's the first time we've said his name the entire game. I think we've only seen him like maybe 4 snaps in this game. Now that brings 3rd and 4 for Aaron Rodgers and this offense. Aaron throws it incomplete. DK Metcalf had it in his hands. Rodgers looking for a holding call. They get nothing. That did look like holding. Hey, that was some holding, all right? Well, there was no call there. Okay, well, it is what it is. Browns bring pressure at the line. Looks like the punter was hit. And yes, they call the flag. Browns returner gets tackled at around the 35. But it looks like the Steelers are going to continue this drive. They ran into the punter. All right. So it wasn't roughing the kicker. It was running into the kicker, which is a 5-yard penalty. And since it was 3rd and 4, that gives them a first down. We'll take it. We'll take it. Man, all right. He ran into the punter. He ran into the punter. Right. It is. Well, that's how the Steelers get their first down off of a running into a punter. Hopefully they can capitalize with something here. Jalen Warren in the backfield. Washington in motion. It's a jet sweep to Jonnu Smith, who's able to get close to the first down. He's just short. That should bring up 2nd and inches after that play. A jet sweep, bringing it back to the Matt Canada days. Interesting. Oh, they called it a first down. Okay, I thought he was short. But they gave him a generous spot. All right, we'll take the first down. I thought we were going to see Darnell Washington as the quarterback right now for a somewhat of a tush push. Which, by the way, tush push, at least when it's used by the Eagles, I don't really like it. Scotty Miller in motion. Handoff play, Jalen Warren breaks free, and he's able to get the first down. Good stuff. That seeing when you're able to get good enough blocks up front, those are the type of quality runs that you're going to get out of Jalen Warren. Okay. Play action this time. He's going to throw a deep ball. He's got him open. Oh, he underthrew it. Oh, man. He had him open, too. I think he tried to float it a little bit too much. Yeah, I think he underthrew it because he was trying to more float it than anything. Fakes the end around. Rodgers now going to throw middle of the field to DK Metcalf. He hits him this time, and he's down at the Cleveland 21-yard line. All right. Another first down for Pittsburgh. We're getting there. We're getting there. Do we see the end zone? Metcalf targeted 8 times so far in this game with only 3 receptions. Rodgers, delay handoff to Warren, middle of the field, fighting for the first down. We are moving the chains. Warren was able to get a little bit of help from McCormick right there. Mason Rudolph on the sideline with his helmet on. You guys ever notice that Mason Rudolph always has his helmet on when he's on the sideline? Rodgers, another give to Warren, not as successful this time around. And Cleveland Brown just shoved down a Steeler receiver. That was a little unnecessary, if I say so. But hey, even on not such a good run, he was still able to get a yard. That's the silver lining on that play. Okay, Cleveland with the struggling red zone defense. 2nd and 9 for Pittsburgh. Play action. Rodgers rolling. Looks. Finding something. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. Connor Hayward. All right, we got it. We got it to the end zone. Let's go. Let's go. A 4th string tight end. I just realized that scoreboard wasn't even updated. Now I got it. Okay, we're good. Rodgers had enough time once he rolled out, just calling for a receiver to get open, and Connor Hayward did. Extra point is up and good, and the Steelers have a 16-3 lead with 7:46 left in the third quarter. A 4th string tight end got the touchdown. That is so weird. Watch that be the only touchdown of this game. Yeah, that's how it started, and they were trying to say that shouldn't have been roughing the kicker or running into the kicker. Well, hey. I don't know if there was some bias in there, but oh well. All right, Rams up 17-3 on Baltimore. Rush. Has time. He's going to throw it towards the sideline, incomplete. Looking for Zay Flowers there. And it sounds like Baltimore's even booing the offense right now. Just a tough go about it for the Ravens. Honestly, it's kind of hard to watch. What is going on over there in North Carolina? Trouble over there in North Carolina with the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, looks like the Chargers finally were able to take the lead. Oh, it looks like they scored a couple of times since the last time we checked on that game. Yeah, 3rd and 5. Prescott gonna throw a deep ball to Jorge Pickens, and there's PI. And you have someone on the sideline jumping up and down with either, I don't know if that's joy or frustration, but someone was jumping up and down the sideline. That was definitely pass interference. Cowboys caught a break over there. You got Cooper Rush scrambling, pump fakes, gets past the sack, then throws it to Mark Andrews for the first down. Good play by Cooper Rush. And the Ravens are able to keep the drive going, keep the drive moving. Whoa, that looks crazy. What is that? Oh, shoot. TV's acting up now. All right, kickoff is off and away, and he's tackled right around the 30-yard line. That's where the Cleveland Browns are going to get it. What was that was on the tracks? It kind of looked like a train. But I know it's not a train. That was crazy. It looked more like a roller coaster. All right, Dylan Gabriel first down, handoff play to Judkins, and he's able to get 3. Oh, trolley. We don't got trolleys out here, so I didn't know what it was. Yeah, that thing looks like a roller coaster. Do those things go fast? And the Cleveland Browns, I'm sorry, the Pittsburgh Steelers used their first timeout. Okay, Steelers burned their first timeout of the game. I'm sorry, of the half. Guess they didn't like what they saw defensively on what they had. Wow. Baltimore is tied in dead last in the AFC North. This is just a weird season. 2nd and 7. Gabriel looks right, throws right to his tight end, and that's a gain of about 6. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. And if I'm Cleveland, I'm running the ball here. And Njoku, once again, shaking up. He was already hurt. Damn, not looking good for him. Yeah, Rich House is always in the hills, huh? George Pickens able to got a 34-yard touchdown. Man, that guy is balling in Dallas right now, man. Damn, Pickens. Hey, man, and he has a good offense around him. He has a good schemes and everything. Gabriel rolls left, throws left to Judy, keeps his feeding, and he's able to get out of bounds at around the 45. It looked like the defense wasn't expecting him to stay in bounds. I think let's see. That was kind of close. He stepped out. Yeah, they're gonna bring that back. He stepped out of bounds. Okay, yeah. They brought it back, so that's good. It was actually pretty clear on the replay. Play action. Gabriel has time. He's just going to dunk it off, and it is incomplete. Nick Herbig got a hand on it. Tried to get it back, but he couldn't. That was not a good choice by Gabriel. Herbig was all over him. Yeah, Herbig had that perfectly covered. I don't know why Gabriel threw that ball. I mean, I guess that was his really only option, but it's not like he was open. All right, 2nd and 10. Gabriel throws middle of the field, complete. First down, Cleveland. Able to bounce off of a tackle. Able to fight all the way to the 35. Okay, see, this is what I was talking about. The fact that since the Steelers weren't able to execute offensively, that keeps Cleveland in the game. And if they could score a touchdown here, that would make it a single possession game. CeeDee Lamb, when CeeDee Lamb comes back, that offense is going to be even more explosive. I don't think CeeDee Lamb's thinking anything. What I do think, what I do think is that if Pickens could have himself a good season, I mean, he's on pace to have the best season of his career. If he's able to continue those stats, I mean, he might be looking at a nice, healthy contract next season, whether it be with the Cowboys or another team. Darius Slay helped to the sideline. He's able to walk on his own strength, but he's definitely shaking up. Now Jabril Peppers is in the game. Our Browns now at the Pittsburgh 35. Steelers bring pressure, not phased. Gabriel able to get it out, and no gain at all on that play. As Holcomb was able to get the tackle. They got it just right at the line of scrimmage. Man, they got the Mexican flag and another banner for Mexico over there on the railings. Gabriel rolling, pressure, throws it. Oh, that should have been a catch. Oh, he knows he should have had that play. Okay, pressure was there. Gabriel got it off just right in time so that he could make a good throw. And it was a good throw. That just went right through his hands. Let's go. Come on. 3rd and 10, crowd getting into it. Play clock running down. They get it off right at 1. Gabriel able, another incomplete pass. The Browns are shooting themselves in the foot right now. That wouldn't have been a first down anyways, but they got to come up with these catches. Because, yeah, you don't get the first down, but then that situational football, that would have been 4th and, I don't know, less than 5. Down two touchdowns, you might try to go for it. But now since it's 4th and 10, you have to settle for the field goal. 53-yarder from Schmidt, and he's got it. 16-6. Cleveland just, wow. They should have had more than 3 points on that drive. Hey, credit to the Steelers defense, but man, that Browns offense, all right, they weren't doing themselves any favors on that drive. 10-point lead, though. All right, guys, I'll be back in just a second. I'm feeling very confident in Steelers odds. Feeling very confident in Steelers odds. The Browns offense is, yeah, the Steelers defense is playing good, but the Browns offense is not. They're not catching passes. You know what I mean? They're kind of out of sync. I don't know, man. But hey, this is the best the Steelers defense has looked. And they're getting help from the Browns offense. All right, Steelers will be getting the ball back right now, and this could very well be a put-away drive. All right, it's away. Returned inside the 5 by Kenneth Gainwell, who's down. I don't know what this camera angle. I don't know. I don't know exactly where he got down with that angle. It's a cool angle, but you can't really see the field from there. Okay, we got 4:02 left in this third quarter. 10-point game. Pittsburgh has the lead. And I'll play Kenneth Gainwell, who has blocks up front and is able to get the first down. Takes a bit of a hit, but regardless, good run, good blocks up front for the Steelers. Oh, the Cardinals take the lead with the backup quarterback, Jacoby Brissett. Murray is out of the game. All right, Kenneth Gainwell with a decent run. That's probably about 3-4 yards at the very most. If the Steelers could run their offense like this with the rush offense, they could take quite a lot of time out of this clock, man. Now Pittsburgh's in shotgun. Browns bring pressure. He's going to have to get it out, and he does. Roman Wilson for the first down. Now the Steelers on the Browns side of the field. Man, that's someone on this offense that the Steelers hopefully could get going, man. They drafted him in the 3rd round last year? He was out for practically the entire season last year. And so far this season, I mean, he hasn't been able to produce much. But he's in the game right now. Handoff play. Jaylen Warren able to juke a defender and still on his feet, finally pushed down. But it took 3 Cleveland Brown players to take Jaylen Warren down. And that's a gain of 9 yards. I'm sorry, it took 4 Cleveland Brown defenders to take him down. Because there was 3 trying to take him down. And then he was finally pushed. Washington motion, toss play. Jaylen Warren tries to break to the outside, just could not that time. Browns defense able to make a good stop. I didn't know Devin Bush was a Cleveland Brown. When did Devin Bush become a Brown? All right, 3rd and 2. Rodgers looks middle of the field, completed to Darnell Washington, and he's down at the 35. That's a tough guy to bring down, man. Okay, so that's a good route. It looked like he was going to run further out, but he stopped real quick, and then Rodgers was able to throw it to him right away as soon as he did that. Good awareness by Rodgers. Good throw by Rodgers. Good route running from Washington, actually, man. That was a solid play. Okay. See, this game's got me questioning, man. Is there a chance that the Steelers trade Pat Freiermuth? Because they're not using him like a 1. They're not using Pat like a 1. They might even be using Jonnu Smith more than they're using Freiermuth. So that's something to think about. You got the trade deadline coming up pretty soon. So I would keep tabs on that, man. That's something. Wow, Carolina took back the lead over there. They're going back and forth with Dallas. 27-24. Carolina up against them boys. It's unfortunate, man, because it's like any team could keep up with the Cowboys because of how bad their defense is. That's unfortunate. The running game is working pretty well, man. I like what they're doing with the running game. Okay. It's more of whether or not the offensive line could continuously pick up blocks for them. Because if they could do it continuously, and I mean, those running backs, they could run, man. They'll definitely get you yards. And at some point, it's bound to happen. Uh, Jalen Warren gets a long rushing touchdown. That's bound to happen. Because that's how they want to function their offense, relying on the running game. The problem is that's what they've been trying to do for the past few seasons, but the offensive line hasn't been all that good. So it's kind of hard to do that and rely on that when the offensive line has been struggling. Although the past 2 weeks, for the most part, the offensive line has been able to make some blocks. All right, so we've gone through 3 quarters of this game with a single touchdown being scored on either side. 16-6 Pittsburgh with the ball in Cleveland territory at the 25. Rodgers pump fakes. He's going to float one. Caught. Touchdown, DK Metcalf. That is probably the killer here. Hell yeah. He's been trying to get that floater to Metcalf in this game. He finally got it. Okay, extra point to go. If Bonzo could get the extra point, it's officially a 3-score game. Good throw. Good throw. Fourth straight game with the touchdown for DK. Snap is good. Kick is good. And that might have just closed the show. There's still a lot of time. Let's not get too carried away. But with that DK Metcalf touchdown, and with the way the Browns have been looking offensively, that might have just been it. See, I'm not used to these kind of games. All right, I'm not used to not really being worried about the Steelers losing the game. Because even when it was a close game, even when it was a single possession game, it just seemed like the Steelers were in control the entire time, or have been in control the entire time. Now, that happened with against the Vikings, but they let their foot off the gas. Don't do that this week. You cannot let that happen this week. Okay, let's just have one good, solid game all around. All right. Because if you continue to do that, at some point, a team will be able to catch up and beat you. That's just how it is. I got Prescott with a lot of time, able to dunk it off, but just incomplete. He was looking for the running back there. And this is very concerning for the Cowboys. Okay, and this is what separates the Cowboys from the rest of the teams. They have a really good offense. It's their defense, man. I mean, you're allowing 27 points to the Carolina Panthers, which, by the way, it's very early in the fourth quarter. 35 for the Cowboys. Prescott drops back. He's going to throw it complete for a first down. George Pickens, once again, able to break a tackle, get past the 50, past the 40. Stiff arm, and he's down at the 20. George Pickens, man. God. Wow, imagine if the Steelers had Pickens. Oh, man, I wasn't for the Steelers trading Pickens, all right? I would have liked to have seen Metcalf and Pickens on the same team. I feel like that offense would have been very lethal. They could have just given it a shot. Okay, maybe it wouldn't have worked out because maybe Pickens or Metcalf would have wanted the ball more. But just to see how it would have been. All right, it's returned at the 10. He's able to get past the 30, and he's down at around the 31, 32-yard line. Would you like to see Rodgers rush for a touchdown? Maneuver like he is sure. I don't think he's gonna have a rushing touchdown this year. I doubt it. I mean, I'm not completely saying that it's impossible, but that'd be funny, man. I would start laughing if Aaron Rodgers gets himself a rushing touchdown, even if it's just a 5-yard run. Gabriel looks for something, able to get it middle of the field, first down. Cleveland still able to. He's able to push for some extra yards, and now the Browns are at around midfield after that first play. Okay, the one thing that was bad about that play for the Browns is that it was in the middle of the field. Other than that, that was a really good pickup. If you're the Browns, you're looking for a really quick touchdown. Run play. Again, another solid run. Another solid gain of about 7. But again, you have the time running. That could cost you, man. You want a touchdown and you want a touchdown quick. They're already on the Steelers side of the field. Gabriel's going to throw it down the field. Oh, should have been intercepted. Thornhill had it in his hands. Okay, Steelers defense as far as middle of the field has. Oh, come on. That should have been a pick. Steelers defense in the middle of the field has been way better. Significantly better than the past couple of weeks. Now it hasn't been great, but it has been better. Stefanski knows he has to get the playoff right now. Play clock hits 0. They say he got it off in time. Gabriel pressured, Watt coming, and they're gonna say incomplete pass. That looked like a odd throw coming out of his hand. His arm was hit, but his arm was going forward. Fourth and 2. This is pretty much the game for the Browns. Going forward is the only option unless you're trying to kick a 60-plus yarder field goal from here. Gabriel, time, throws it, easy money, first down for the Browns. And it looks like a Steeler corner. Echols is injured on the field. And Njoku finally looks like he's going to go to the locker room. He's been injured like 3 times in this game. I wonder if a southpaw quarterback messes with the defense. Yeah, it's different. You don't see many left-handed quarterbacks. I wonder why that is, though. Obviously there's more righties in the world rather than left-handers. When I was in school, when I was in high school, I would try to ride with my left hand from time to time. I'm not that bad at riding with my left hand, although it just kind of gets fatigued, because it's not used to riding. So whenever I ride with my left hand, it gets tired very fast. With my right, though, I could ride a lot. I don't know how I'd be riding with my left right now because I haven't done that in years. Yeah, maybe I should try it, man. It wasn't good handwriting, okay, but it was readable. It was readable. Okay, man. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from both sides for the most part. Okay. Again, like I said in on pick six, I wasn't expecting a blowout. I was expecting more of a close game, but the Steelers have been doing pretty well against a pretty solid Cleveland Browns defense. And it seems like the Steelers offense is catching on to whatever the Cleveland defense has been bringing. And those past two drives, they've been able to make some big plays happen offensively. So I don't know if the Browns defense is just tired or what. That's actually a really nice skyline. Well, the Steelers. Okay, 13 and a half minutes left in this game. Gabriel dunks it off to Ford, who is tackled by Patrick Queen. Well, he's able to bounce off the tackle, and that might have lost him a few yards, actually. Yeah, I think that made him lose 2 yards. Because that's not forward progress because he was able to escape the tackle. That actually hurt him. Okay, 2nd and 12. Gabriel able to get it middle of the field wide open is Ford once again. This time he's able to pick up quality yards. Once again, clock is going to continue to run. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for Cleveland. Gabriel looking left, throws left. I'm sorry, right. And it's going to be a completed pass, but it's going to be short of the first down. And I think, yeah, you're going to try to go for a touchdown here because if you get a field goal, you're going to make it a 2-possession game, but you don't want to be down 2 touchdowns. I would say if it was 4th and long and they were in field goal range, I think they would have kicked a field goal. But Stefanski here wants to try to get into the end zone. And it's a handoff play, and it's going to be a first down. He's able to push forward easily. And all he had to do was get to about the 29. He's able to push forward to about the 25. They have not gone for a huddle at all in this drive, which is very much understandable. Although time is running, he's going to float one deep ball towards the end zone. It's going to be incomplete, out of bounds. Joey Porter on the coverage right there. That wasn't a catchable pass. Gabriel showed a little bit of toughness there. He got hit by Queen, but he didn't go down. And he even he kind of shoved Queen down a little bit, if anything. All right, 2nd and 10 from the Pittsburgh 24. Jerry Jeudy in motion. He's now going to run towards the middle of the field. Gabriel looking for something. Floats one. Jerry Jeudy incomplete. They had Jeudy move all over the place on that play. That was actually a pretty solid route. Gabriel just couldn't make the throw. Okay, see, Now, if the Browns aren't able to get a single yard here and it goes incomplete, I do think they'll just kick the field goal. Steelers show some pressure. And now there's a penalty. It looks like it's going to be false start. Or delay a game on Cleveland. Not good. Man, those guys played a lot of college games. 63 college games for Gabriel? Man, how many years was he in college? 3rd and 15 for the Browns. And it's completed catch. He took a big hit. And now there's multiple flags here that everybody's just throwing their flag. Porter on the ground now. Okay, as it stands, he was about a yard short of what they needed. Now there's multiple players hurt. One on each side, it looks like. I'd assume one of them's the flag's on the Steelers. Okay, so both penalties were on Pittsburgh. That's actually going to turn into a really big play for Cleveland. Joey Porter now on his own feet. Yeah, okay, that was a penalty. Yeah, he kind of hit his helmet. Yeah, okay. Can't complain there. Okay, so now the Browns are going to have it 1st and goal. After that good gain and after the penalty. Okay, Steelers secondary kind of took a hit after those few plays. I wouldn't be surprised if they just try to test them right here. No, they don't. They just run a play, and he's going to be down at the 5. I would test one of the corners. Unless Echo, oh yeah, Echoes is back in there. Okay, never mind. From the 5, Steelers bring pressure. He gets it off, deflected, incomplete. The receiver just wasn't ready for that ball. This Browns offense is struggling. Gable threw it right at his face. Hit his head. All right, now you got 3rd and goal from the 5. 3 rushes, 11 passes so far on these plays. Gabriel throws it. Contact was there. I don't know, man. They kind of tripped on each other. They're going to call PI on Eccles, but yeah, I don't know. You got to call it both ways, man. Oh, okay. There wasn't pass interference on Eccles. Okay. But Judy did push him down. You know. Well, that gives the Browns a 1st down. Steelers with 9 penalties in this game. They really got to clean that up moving forward. 10:26 left in this fourth quarter. First and goal for the Browns, down 17. Really needing this touchdown. Gabriel pressured right away, and he's just going to throw it to the back of the end zone, incomplete. He had no time, no receiver open. Nobody was covering Cole Holcomb. There was just nobody there. The line just opened up, and Holcomb just ran right past him. Browns in desperation mode right here. Gabriel drops back. He's looking left. Pressured once again. Sacked. Nick Herbig on the play. And it's been just a tough game for the Cleveland Browns offense. Let's go. Let's go. By the way, this drive has taken up a lot of time for Cleveland. Play clock running down. They get it off right at one. Gabriel throws it. Ends up looking for Judy. And it's juggled by both Porter and Judy. Winds up hitting the ground for an incomplete pass. But both guys had a shot at getting the ball. Damn, Porter injured once again. Yeah, at this point, you have to kick the field goal. It's way too far to try to go for it. Schmidt, so far, perfect on the day, 2 for 2. Accounting for all 6 of the Cleveland Brown points. This one's going to be from 32. He's got the perfect angle at it. Does not at a hash, literally middle of the field. So a chip shot at the perfect spot. Snap looks good. And the kick is good. So the Cleveland Browns, 9 points in this game, all from the leg of their kicker, Schmidt. As it stands, I haven't been worried about this game one bit, and it's a great feeling. I think you have to kick a field goal first. You have to completely get the game out of reach for Cleveland, then pull the starters, I would say. Because you kind of got to be cautious, man. 2 weeks ago, you almost kind of blew the game against the Vikings. You don't want to have that happen again. You don't want that even remotely close to happening again this week. So I'd say if they're able to kick a field goal or something, yeah, you could pull the starters at that point. Okay, Cooper Rush isn't playing in the Raven game anymore. It's actually Tyler Huntley. I didn't know they brought back Huntley with the Ravens. The Dolphins keeping it close with the Chargers. They're in the red zone down by... Oh, no way. No way. The Dolphins might actually win that game. You gotta be kidding me. There's a minute and a second left. Chargers are up by 6. Dolphins are moving the ball, though, in the red zone. All right, Cowboys and Panthers are tied up. I got to keep tabs on that game, though, the Chargers and Dolphins, because that could be a really big upset. Let us see. Okay. All right, I had to put it on my phone. A minute and 2 seconds left in that game. All right, Steelers with the return. Tries to spin away, and he's got it a few yards past the 25. Tua, handoff play to his fullback. And it's going to be down at around the 6-yard line. Yeah, we're doing both games right now because I'm kind of interested in this. The Chargers called their second timeout to try to prevent the Dolphins from scoring at the last second, which is a good move from Harbaugh. Steelers with 323 yards, total yards, 100 of them coming from the ground game. Looks like Johnson in the backfield. Rodgers looked like he almost slipped. Same thing with Johnson, but he's able to get a quality gain on first down. That was a strange look right there. Okay. The Dolphins switching up the play. Second and goal, 59 seconds left. Play action, bootleg. He gets it to his tight end, and he gets tackled. Oh, right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 7 for the Steelers. Washington moves to the right side. Looks like Gainwell's in the backfield. Washington in motion once again. Pitch to Gainwell. Not much going. He gets tackled a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Now it's going to bring a bit of a big first down for the Cleveland Browns, at least. They really need this stop. And you got to wonder if the Steelers are going to pass the ball here or just run it. Tua has time. Throws the end zone wide open. Was that Darren Waller? Darren Waller just tied the game for the Dolphins with the extra point to go. Steelers take a timeout right here. What? Dude, the Dolphins are about to take the lead with this extra point? He was like wide open. Okay, extra point. Let's see. He got it. 46 seconds left for the Chargers. They have a timeout left, but the Dolphins have the lead. Nah. Chargers, man, that's very concerning. Steelers have it from the 33rd and 8. 3 receivers set with, I believe, 2 tight ends. Now Gainwell is a receiver on this play. It's going to be a short pass to Gainwell, who's tackled inbounds, well short of the first down. Clock is going to continue to tick. Okay, so the Browns are going to get it with right around 7 minutes left in this game. Waitman with the punt. I'm surprised they didn't let it go all the way down to 1. But Waitman with another good punt. Return at around the 15. Now he's looking towards the other way. And he's able to get some extra yards after that to the 25. 7:05 left in the fourth quarter. Now, okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Now the Cleveland Browns do have a realistic shot. They have all 3 timeouts. Down by 2 possessions. All right, Herbert 41 at the 41. 39 seconds left. Looking pressured. Able to get it out right before he got tackled to preserve the sack. Okay, that was actually a really smart play from Herbert. And it's official. The Baltimore Ravens lose another game. 17-3. All right. 2nd and 10 for the Chargers. Herbert drops back. Pressured once again. Able to avoid the sack. Get it to his receiver. And he's able to make a juke move. Oh, is he going to take it to the house? Oh, the Chargers got in field goal range. Talk about a crushing play for the Dolphins. I don't know. That's like a weird throw by Herbert, but he was able to catch it. All right, well, it looks like Chargers are going to be able to walk out with that win. Yeah, now they're just going to run the ball. At that point, it should be a chip shot field goal, so. It seems like all the games are close. This is probably like this is the blowout game of the early slate. Yeah, because Seattle Jacksonville's within a possession, 20-12. Dolphins, all they have to do is make a chip shot field goal. Now they're playing Renegade over there. Okay. Here's what I will say. So far, the Steelers haven't played too well after Renegade. Okay. Because they played Renegade over in Ireland. No. Hear me out. They played Renegade in Ireland. And that's when the game kind of turned around, unfortunately. Okay. So Steelers need to play good after Renegade is played. Because so far this season, that hasn't been the case. Browns have it from the 30 to start the drive. 7:05 left. And they're able to stop the run for about a yard. Hey, Jenkins was able to. I mean, shoot, he was willing his way just for that 1 yard. I'm surprised the Browns are even running the ball right now. No huddle after a 1 yard gain. 6.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Gabriel has plenty of time to throw it, and he gets it complete to a tight end, and he's able to get very close to the first down. It just depends on where they mark it. Looks like they mark it barely short of the first down for about 3rd and inches. Steelers are playing far back on the top of the screen. It's going to be a handoff play. Steelers showed like zero urgency on that play. And that's going to be a first down for Judkins once again. Lack of urgency there for the Steelers. They were just they played very soft defense on that play. Which doesn't matter that much. Yeah. Not on that play, at least. Gabriel, another dump off. Another decent game, but again, these are all inbounds. So at this point, Pittsburgh's just saying, hey, you know what? Go ahead, get those yards. 2nd and 2 for Cleveland now in Pittsburgh territory. Gabriel gets sacked. Nick Herbig once again. Nick Herbig having himself a good day. Let's go. See, on that play, they weren't giving the Browns yardage. On that play. All right, now 3rd and 8. Gabriel's the only one in the backfield. Steelers show rush. They bring plenty. Gabriel rolling out. Ramsey gets a sack. Jalen Ramsey with a lot of grass on his helmet, able to get the sack. And wow. The Steelers defense is trying to make a statement in this game. I don't even know how he got all that grass on his helmet. I don't even think he hit the grass. Oh, yeah, he did. All right, 4th. They've gotten to Dylan Gabriel 6 times. And another thing worth noting, the Browns haven't gotten to Aaron Rodgers. 4th and 12 for the Browns. Game on the line here. Gabriel has more time. Throws it. Incomplete. That's the ball game. That's going to close it out. Great showing from the Steelers defense. This is exactly what you wanted to see. This is what we were expecting to see from the Steelers defense. I mean, he threw it like in triple coverage, but at that point, you're just trying to get it out. That's pretty much like a Hail Mary. How about the half and half jersey that guy was wearing, the Hines Ward jersey? That was actually pretty cool. I'd say they're going to try to, I don't know, maybe get a field goal or something and then put in the backups. But, I mean, they have Johnson in there right now, who's the 3rd string running back. And that's who they're going to give it to. And he's might have gotten a yard, if that. I mean, you're in this position. I think this is the guy who they're going to go to right now. Okay, Chargers, they got the win. Can't say like oh man, there's some things to focus on or some things to be worried about for the Chargers. That is not the type of win that you wanted or needed. That is not a convincing win because that is not a very good Miami Dolphin team. Shador Sanders with his helmet on. And of course, they're showing Shador Sanders right now. Looks like he might get put in the game. Okay, they're going to pass the ball here to Smith, and he's going to be tackled inbounds, which is the most important part. Not really sure why they're throwing the ball. But, hey, they're able to pick up some yardage, make Cleveland waste another timeout. I think they took Warren out of this game. There's no need to have him in. 3:50 left in this 4th quarter. Steelers in complete control. 23-9. 3rd and 2 for the Steelers. Cleveland could only stop it one more time. And if the Steelers get this first down, it's pretty much all but over. And they're in shotgun formation. Are they going to try to pass the ball once again? Let's see what they try to do. No, they're going to hand it off to Johnson, who is just okay. See, since it was a handoff and you were in shotgun, you lost multiple yards. But if it was just a regular handoff play, you probably would have lost. You would have lost yards, but maybe like a yard or so. But since you had it in shotgun formation, you lost like 4 or 5 yards. That was not a good play. Not a good play call. Okay, they say he only lost 2 yards, but I mean, if it was just a regular handoff play, he probably would have got back to the line of scrimmage with the way the coverage was. All right, Chris Boswell, 3 for 3, 1 from 44, 48, and 50. This one from 54, so this would be the day long for Boswell. And this will completely end it here. From 54. Snap looks good. And the kick is blocked. Or he slipped. He missed it. Oh, yeah, his leg got stuck in the grass. Yeah, he kind of slipped. Wow, that looked like it was blocked at first, but there's like a hole. There's like a pit right there, and Boswell tripped right on it. Okay, so now under technicality, the Browns could still come out with this win, and I think we would have saw Shador, but since all that happened, now the Browns have an actual chance. He's able to dump it off to Ford, who spins it. Oh, he gets hit hard by Patrick Queen. Browns are in complete urgency right there. Gabriel has time. He's going to dump it off once again to Ford, who's turned into his favorite target in these past 2 drives. And he's still short of the first down. That's all he got. That's all he can get right now. Dump off plays. Now Peppers is injured. Yeah, this isn't good, man. We're seeing a lot of injured players. The Panthers won? Yeah, Dallas. Gosh. Cowboys, I don't know what to tell you guys. That defense, man. Wow, DK Metcalf, 4 receptions for 95 yards. Dang, he could have had a... Gosh, those stats would have been great if Rodgers was able to hit him on that one throw. All right, 3rd and 1 for Cleveland. 240 handoff play to Ford. He's able to get the first down. They're going to try to hurry up to the line and get another playoff before the 2-minute warning. Less than 2:30 left in this 4th quarter. They finally get it off. Pass is incomplete. I mean, dude, the Browns offense, man. All right, I'll be right back. All right, all right. I know I missed the play, but looks like we hit the 2-minute warning. Okay. Gosh, this feels good. Like there wasn't much worry about this game. You know, it was just defense looked really good. Offense for the most part. You know, they weren't perfect, but running game was on point. Rodgers wasn't as accurate this game, but you know, still wound up having a really good game. I can't believe the Panthers beat the Cowboys. What is up with that? Oh, the Colts were able to come out with the win against the Cardinals. Kyler Murray got injured in that game. Damn, that's tough for them, man. Okay, Patriots were able to beat the Saints. Hey, how about those Giants beating the Eagles? They didn't just beat the Eagles. I mean, they blew them out. It wasn't even close. Jackson Dart and Scatterboo, man, those guys, they bring a type of energy to the team that the Giants need and have been needing for years. Okay, because even the fan base is rallying behind that, everything like that. It's actually cool to see, man. It really is. Um, Scatterboo, man, that guy might be a top running back in the league at some point. I'm surprised he went so far down in the draft. And Jackson Dart, first round pick. He's looking like a first round pick within those first 3 games. I know the game against the Saints, they didn't play all that well. That's a Ferris wheel on a bridge. That's pretty cool. A Ferris wheel on a bridge, huh? Huh. Yeah. His best shot was going to the Bengals, but they got Joe Flacco now. Gabriel looks to Judy, and he just couldn't get it. Man, this Browns offense is having a terrible day. Yeah, Wilson's best shot was going to the Bengals. I don't see any other place that's would be open to it because the Ravens, Lamar might be back either next week or the week after. So I don't think the Ravens are gonna try for a quarterback since Jackson's gonna be back anyways. Sawyer able to get past the line quick. McGay was able to get it for a completion. That's gonna bring up 3rd and 6. Yeah, that was crazy. I didn't. It seemed like they had a few tents over there too. I don't know exactly what would have been over there on that bridge, but a Ferris wheel on a bridge? It was like right in the middle of the bridge. Got a Brown old lineman down. I think this is the last of the early games. Yeah, this is the last of the early games. Probably because of all the penalties and injuries that have been happening in this game. Because there's been a lot of both those injuries and penalties. But don't count this game technically isn't over. Okay. The Jaguars and the Rams in London. Hey, don't the Jaguars play in London every year? So are the Jaguars London's team? Because it seems like they play there every single year. I'm not exactly sure why they picked the Jaguars either. It's a bit of a strange team to pick. All right, minute 30 left. 3rd and 6. Gabriel looking for a touchdown. Pass is batted down by Pierre. He was looking for his wide receiver one, Judy. Pierre with some good coverage. Okay, now this is the game. 4th and 6. "57 passing plays for the Bengals. Oh, I'm sorry, for the Browns. Steelers bring 4. Gabriel looks to the end zone. Incomplete. And that is the ball game. All the Steelers have to do is take a couple knees or 2, and that's it. Or maybe 3 because of the 2 seconds left. Browns offense really needs to clean things up. Okay, as much as I want to give the Steelers defense a lot of credit, what I will give the Steelers defense credit, the Browns offense made countless mistakes. Countless mistakes. So things still looking great for the Steelers. Looks like Mason Rudolph's out there. Okay, so the Steelers are going to move to 4-1. Cleveland 1-5. Baltimore 1-5. Cincinnati 2-3 with their game set to happen in a few minutes, I believe. And if the Bengals lose, they have a 2-game lead over second place after just 6 weeks of play. They take another knee, and under technicality, they had to take one last one. But Mason Rudolph is out there in victory formation, smiles all on the Steelers sideline. Defense did not allow us a touchdown in this game. And I did say I thought there was going to be under 2.5 touchdowns scored in this game. And Mason Rudolph with the final kneel down, and that will do it. The Pittsburgh Steelers start off the season 4-1, completely alone in the AFC North, at top of the AFC North. Okay, with the Cincinnati Bengals on a short week in Cincinnati, that's definitely another important game for the Steelers. They were able to get their first win within the division. Now 1-0. Let's see what happens with the Bengals game. And yeah, man, if the Bengals happen to lose against who did they play again? Let's see, I forgot who they play. If the Bengals happen to lose to the Packers, Steelers have a 2-game lead after week 6. So that's going to be big, man. Wow, things are looking really good for the Steelers so far in this season, man. Hopefully they could keep it up. And yeah, nice win. Nice, well-rounded win. I liked what I saw from the offense for the most part. You had a big challenge against the Cleveland Browns defense. Steelers defense looked good. Best game of the year. Didn't even allow a single touchdown Another game that was tailor-made for the Steelers defense to play good. Hopefully they can keep up on the momentum going into the game against Cincinnati. And yeah, man, that's about it for this live. Steelers get the win. Steelers get the win 4-0. Can't complain too much. That's about it for this one, guys. I'll drop a video either tonight or tomorrow about this game. Just kind of recapping it. And yeah, that's about it, guys. I'll catch you guys later on in the week. And you already guys know. Here we go, Steelers.